future Kadeem and Janelle coming at you here. Before we get to the video, quick disclaimer, we recorded the following video yesterday.
Yep.
And as of today, Warner Brothers has just announced...
They changed their mind.
They've changed their mind. All the backlash has actually spoken to them.
Yeah, they've reconsidered everything.
Yes. So they've decided that they are now going to let the filmmakers of the movie shop the movie Coyote versus Acme around to distributors. And hopefully we'll see a release one day now. So good news. But we're going to let the video play as we recorded it anyways, because at least we can still give our thoughts.
Yeah, at the time.
Yeah, the entire situation. And it's nice to know that so many other people felt this way. So, good news. Anyways, enjoy the video. What is up, guys?
What is that?
So, that's... So, usually we have something to watch, react to. Not today. We're doing something a little different because I saw something the other day that made me mad. So I vented to Janelle about it, and now...
And it sucks.
We're going to make all of you mad too. So if you're ready to get mad, let's get mad. So, earlier this week, Warner Brothers announced that a movie that I was looking forward to for a long time, since it was announced like a year and a half ago, whatever.
I'm trying to remember, like, were we at a movie when we saw a preview?
There was no preview for this.
No? Oh, okay.
There is no footage out there of this movie.
Oh, so you just heard it somewhere.
Yeah, as soon as it was announced, I was like, this sounds freaking awesome.
Yep.
So the movie is Coyote versus Acme.
Yep.
Which is supposed to be a blend of live action and animation, kind of like Space Jam or Looney Tunes Back in Action with Brendan Fraser. This one starred John Cena, who I love. How could you not love John Cena these days? So basically the premise of the movie was Wile E. Coyote is suing Acme Corporation for all the faulty gadgets and machinery
with
and
all the
traps
stuff that he used, it ends up not working in his favor.
Sounds like such a funny premise.
Yep.
And again, John Cena starred as, I believe, the CEO of Acme. So it would have been them in court and whatnot. So anyway, sounds like a fun movie. And yes. So we've been waiting for this movie. It's supposed to release this year. It's supposed to release this summer, before it was replaced by Barbie. And then we haven't heard anything about it. And then just this week, they announced they're scrapping the movie to save some money for a tax write-off. So anyways, I got an article up here from...
Which I find so crazy that they do that. But I know it is what it is. They have to
don't understand how this works.
Yeah.
Because there is no way this movie would have made less than $30 million. Like, they definitely could have made that money back. And I was telling Janelle earlier that this movie was screened for previews because, that's how they gauge, what needs to be changed and whatnot. Yep. And apparently it did very well in those screenings, which is bizarre.
I just find it crazy how they do a project and it's finished and then they decide after, nah.
Yes, I was already done with WB when they did this with Batgirl. Was it last year or the year before? A movie I was so looking forward to because it had Brendan Fraser. It starred Batgirl, who is my favorite of the DC female heroes, Barbara Gordon. So, but anyways, let's read this article that I have here from Rolling Stone. Okay. Coyote versus Acme crew were blindsided by Warner Brothers killing the movie. This was just, 2 days ago this was published. So let's read this. A year after Warner Brothers decided to shelve Batgirl to outcry from the public and film's own crew, the studio once again decided to axe another completed film project. Absolutely crazy. That's the crazy part, is that so many people worked on these movies. Imagine like the movie's announced and you realize you're going to be part of the movie in some way, whether you're a writer, actor, extra, crew member, whatever.
Yeah, and you're putting all that time in.
You're excited about it. You're telling your family, hey, I'm working on this really cool movie. It's coming out in 2 years. I can't wait for you guys to see it. And then just out of nowhere one day, they announce that they're not going to show any of this movie that you just spent a year and a half working on. Crazy.
Well, I guess it would be cool to see, but like, I don't want it to be like tucked away in a shelf forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if it's anything like with Batgirl, they can't release any footage of it.
Oh.
Or else they're not going to get that tax write-off. So not even a trailer, anything. Nothing, no little bit of footage will ever be seen.
Exception would be like if someone like actually leaked it for some reason.
If somebody happened to hack into WB, I'm not encouraging any of that.
Yeah, don't.
But if somebody were to, that's the only way this movie would be seen.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's get back to the article here. The live-action hybrid starring John Cena and Lana Condor was originally intended for Max before it was given a theatrical release of July 21st, but Barbie ended up taking over. After no update on its premiere or even a trailer, the Hollywood Reporter learned that the studio would call the entire $70 million project and use an estimated $30 million tax write-off. The news broke Thursday, and a well-placed source tells Rolling Stone that director Dave Green and top producers were only informed after Warner Brothers already underwent the process of writing off the movie. While there was interest from outside buyers, the source says Warner Brothers made clear that the movie was not for sale.
Oh.
Why?
Yeah, they could make their $50 million.
Yes, for instance, if Netflix is willing to buy it from them,
true,
for $40 million or whatever, like why not? Or even if it was less than 30, like $20 million, like why just scrap it?
True, but I kind of think about too, like holy cow, they made so much money with the Barbie movie.
Yes,
maybe they don't really care.
Come on, Barbie made so much.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It just seems like pure greed from Warner Brothers, and that they just don't care about the people that work on them. Why would anybody want to work with Warner Brothers going forward?
Or maybe they're worried that it might be altered, maybe the project. If
I don't think they'd be able to do that. I don't think Netflix
okay.
could like make changes and stuff. But yeah, it's crazy. It just seems like greed. Because why would anybody want to work with Warner Brothers after something like this? They tell you, they greenlight you go to them with a script, say, hey, I want to make this movie. They approve it. You film the movie, work on it, and then at the last minute, you never know if they're going to decide to just scrap it.
It's like there's no guarantees. Like if you're making something and then like you think like it's going to greenlight, like you said, like everything. And then in the end of the day, it's like, oh yeah, actually we changed our mind. And it's like, dude.
There has to, I feel like going forward, some of these like writers or whatever, I don't know what kind of power they have, but there has to be some kind of fail-safe for this kind of shit, because this is like getting kind of crazy. But let's just finish this little bit of the article here.
I was gonna say, like this thing is slanted.
No, it's the screen that's slanted, but the camera is perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to do this, or else the camera was always slanted. If you look at our videos, it was always slanted.
I did not notice.
Yeah.
But you could always like adjust it in the video editor, can't you?
No, because it would look bizarre.
Oh, I guess you would have to like cut it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, never mind.
But anyways, where did I leave off? Okay. The studio publicly blamed the decision on a shift in its global strategy to focus on theatrical releases in light of relaunching its animation department in June. But the film was testing positively with audiences, 14 points above the norm for a family film.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing, too. It's like, we need more, like, family film movies.
I agree. So it says, Warner Brothers is a mess, they say. They obviously are carrying the staggering debt, which we've known about. WB's been in debt
doing that forever.
Not forever, but for a long time. It's been bad for the last few years.
True, but they have experienced debt before. That's what I mean.
Most companies have.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But theirs has gotten really bad the last few years.
Yeah.
They probably have certain minimums and obligations that they must owe their creditors, which are motivating them to make bizarre choices. They're just not in sync with how the business has been run. It's devilishly destructive. Quite honestly, we thought it was a slam dunk, says another production source. I think that's what's so deflating and frustrating. I just don't get it, because it's sitting there and none of us get to see something that's so fun and enjoyable.
Yeah. And like it would have been pretty funny just like to see that side of with Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah, the whole premise sounds friggin' awesome in my opinion. That's why I'm so excited about it. And we don't have enough live action animation hybrids anymore.
True.
I'd say we don't really see a whole lot of them.
And they are quite fun, and it's cool like bringing characters into the real world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a shame. that's all I wanted to vent about. WB, if you're watching this, probably not.
What's going on?
Please, we can't keep having this.
No more. Oh yeah, we'll do the project then.
Yeah, it's a shame. It really is. It's like I said, I was disappointed enough with Batgirl, which sounded like it was also going to be a super fun movie.
That would have been fun to see.
I mean, it's a shame. That's why I'm a big Warner Brothers fan, as you can see from Janelle's hat here, Animaniacs, and my shirt here. We just finished visiting the Warner Brothers studio tour.
Yeah, we spent so much money there.
Yeah, we spent at least about 600 Canadian, probably something like that, kind of crazy, which is about like 400 American. So yeah, we love WB, but this has to stop.
Yes, and also what we noticed while we were down in California is like there was no Mortal Kombat merch at their store.
Oh yeah, show some love to WB Games. Which
I was shocked because I was like,
new game came out. They just had Hogwarts Legacy release earlier this year too. Like, show your game some love.
Because we can't order it because we're from Canada and it's all US.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately. So
anyways, that's all we wanted to rant about. It's a shame. This movie sounded great. I feel bad for everybody involved. John Cena, not just the actors, the entire crew. Like I said, everybody that worked on the movie, because it's a lot of people.
And plus, like, since they used their time, hopefully they got paid. Like,
everybody gets paid. Everybody gets paid. Still.
Yeah, unless they.
But that doesn't help the fact that this project that you've been passionate about.
I know. It's not going to be shown to anybody.
Nobody's ever going to see it.
Yep.
So, that's all we want to talk about. Let us know how you guys feel. Hopefully it doesn't happen. I hope this doesn't become a norm with Warner Brothers or any other studio.
That would be really concerning.
Yeah.
For sure.
Especially, it sucks to see animated movies take a hit like this. But anyways, that's all we want to talk about. We'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.